Alright, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jax K&J, and in today's video I got for you guys some more Modern Warfare 2 content. I want to talk about something that I think is not getting enough discussion in the big pile of topics that is currently being discussed in the Call of Duty community. And this topic is crossplay. Crossplay is something that right now on Xbox and PC you can't turn off as I'm aware. I haven't checked it in a few days, but last time I did try to turn it off, it wasn't available as it is on PS5 and PS4. You could turn it off on PlayStation. That's amazing, but you can't turn it off on Xbox and PC. And the reason I think it's such a big and important topic is because these lobbies are insane. Like, have you guys played this game in the past week? The lobbies are incredibly hard to stay consistent in. Sometimes you go, 1.5 KD, which sounds good on paper, but if you really play the game, it doesn't feel as good. You go 20 and 15, maybe get a 1.5 KD. It doesn't feel good. You know what I mean? Like 20 and 15 is like a bad game, or used to be a bad game for me, and now it's like the average or even a good game. It's insane. So crossplay, I think you guys should turn off, and I'm gonna talk about that. This gameplay you guys are watching right now is currently from an Xbox only lobby, and I think it's important because PC players have such a big advantage. They say they don't. They say just get good. They say you guys have aim assist, but they don't understand we're using an actual device in both of our hands at the same time simultaneously to click these buttons and to press them, and we're using thumbsticks like it's the 80s. You understand? So we can't just move around 360 and still stay 100% accurate like you guys. Also, the cheaters on PC are insane. Like, I've ran into a few cheaters on this game with walls and with the aimbot and shit like that, and it's very obvious. It's not just like they have great aim or they have a Cronus Zen. Those are not as detectable as these things that I've been seeing, which is, like I said, walls where someone is literally, I have Ghost, I have I don't know if Ghost isn't working, but that might be the case too, but if not, they have walls for sure. Anyway, though, they could see me through walls. It seems like they're just destroying me, so it's not fun at all. So I went ahead and turned off crossplay, and this is the first game that I got on. And I might show a few more games too in this clip, in this commentary, I mean. But for the most part, I've been running into great lobbies when I turned off crossplay. When I turned off crossplay, my skills were able to actually shine. So I was able to beat a lot of controller players with my setup. I was using the AUG, I think, in my second game. In my first game, I was using that MP5 on. I'm getting so confused with these names because they changed all the names because they're lazy bastards and can't buy the actual rights to use the MP5 name or the MP7 name. They have to use the actual like company's name, Lockman Sub and shit like this. But back to what I was originally saying is that crossplay, having it on is plaguing our experience, even more so than skill-based matchmaking. And I say this because even with SBMM on, I was able to get consistent good games when I turned off crossplay. I turned off crossplay and I was able to get 36 and 10 games for about 7 games in a row. And this is after the fact, after I've been playing for so long. So it's not solely SBMM. I feel like it's putting me into lobbies with higher skilled players, and those higher skilled players tend to be on PC, which means I get fucking beat every time. I mean, they're super accurate, they have the movement, they have whatever, they have hacks if they so choose to use them. So once I turned off crossplay, I was able to get consistent great lobbies over and over and over. So I think this is actually a bigger problem than that of SBMM because it doesn't feel like it's that strong. Once I turned off crossplay, it felt like SBMM was damn near removed. It felt like I was able to play normal Call of Duty. It felt like this is how it should have been from the start, which I agree. Now I have a proposition. Of course, no one's gonna listen to me. I'm a 1,000 subscriber channel. I get like 30 views per video, and that's even if. So no one's gonna listen to me. But what I think people should start saying is that, or recommending to IW, Infinity Ward, and Activision, is the option to have a console only crossplay. So that means I only play with PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and Xbox One players, and then PC players have their own pool. And I say this because the skill gap is tremendously it's a big ass gap is what I'm saying. Like from console player, we're at like the bottom of the totem pole, and the average PC player is already better than us because they have the movement, they have the accuracy, they have the the less strain on their fingers, which accounts for longer and more consistent play. They don't have to worry about buying things like gamer grip to help their hands from being sweaty. Of course, then maybe their right hand if it's the mouse, or left if they use it like that. I don't know who plays with the left mouse in their, or that mouse in their left hand, but regardless, like I was saying, they should do that. I feel like there's such a big skill gap between us and PC players that it's not even remotely close to being like a competitive environment. I'm just getting my ass whooped at this point. Now, see, if they made a console only crossplay, I'd still be okay with that. I'm okay with playing with people that are also using their thumbs half the damn time to get the kills. You know what I mean? I don't want to play against someone that has such a big advantage over me that every time I hop on, I have to really try my ass off while they're just over there having a casual experience. So that's why I feel like crossplay is such a bad thing. I mean, it's not even, I don't know who's benefiting except for the PC players at this point. Like, who is it really benefiting? All these years in Call of Duty, except for the past like 4 or 5, we've had normal Xbox, PC, PS4, PS5, whatever players. You know what I mean? This is like some of the first few years we've seen crossplay, and I think it's good for Warzone. I think it's good for games like that where it requires such a big lobby to fulfill. But I don't feel like it's necessary for normal 6v6 matches to have cross-play on all the time. And then the fact that they don't let us turn it off is insane to me. Like, you want us to get destroyed. You want us to go 1 KD every single game. You guys want us to get a kill, die, get a kill, die. I don't understand. I'm not playing that way. Like, I'll reverse boost, I'll turn off cross-play, I'll do whatever I need to do. But I'm definitely not getting destroyed and having a 0.9 KD this entire year. Like, it's not happening. I would rather sell the game or refund the game before I do that. So like I was saying, back to the gameplay, I have a few of these games. I played like 6 in a row. So I played like 4 last night, and I played like 3 or 2 this morning, right? And all of them have been great lobbies. All of them have been based on mainly my skill. I haven't been getting into lobbies of people that are so good that I can't even compete, even if I try my hardest. And that's because they're all on console. They're all using their thumbs, right? I also found out or have realized that when I turned off crossplay, I was not getting into level 55 lobbies every single game. Although there was this one level 55 lobby that I want to present in this video specifically and talk about it. If you guys check this out, so we're playing on Breenberg Hotel, whatever it's called. Barenberg, whatever the fuck. The hotel map, the garbage map. We're playing on that. I hate this map. I never do good on this map. But look at the levels. Look at the levels on this match, right? 55s all across the board. All my team is level 55s. All their team is level 55s. And I was still able to enjoy myself. I was shocked. I thought for sure the worst map, or one of my least favorite maps in the game. I hated the map in the beta, and I hate it now. And then the fact that they're all level 55s, I'm getting my ass whooped, I thought. There's no way I'm enjoying this one. And somehow I was able to enjoy it more than I enjoyed half the other matches that I've been playing on the decent maps. For me, the only good maps in this game are Farm 18, that's a really good map. Mercado, Los Alamos, I'm learning that map, so it's becoming good. It wasn't that good at first. I thought I was getting destroyed, but now with crossplay off and with, you know, other skills that I've acquired, it's pretty fun. And that's really about it. I mean, those two are like the top tier maps in this game. Other than that, the other ones are too big, or they're just too messy. Like, they have too many spots to where, like that hydroelectric map, that is ass. That is probably one of the worst maps we've played. If they didn't have the border crossing map, that map would be in place of that one as the worst map in this game, and one of the worst map designs in Call of Duty history. I mean, there's so many windows where you can get peeked from. There's so many doors. Like, if you're running from, I don't know which side it is, but there's a certain side of the map where there's like a little like shed in the middle, I guess. Not shed, but a little like a shack type thing in the middle. And then you go past that and there's a window. To the left of the window, there's like water. There's like a little water area where enemies could come through from, because there's a water portion of the map where you could go around. On the right side, there's another door, and then above that, there's a little area from the window that you could get to. Like, you see what I mean? There's like 5 different angles from this one spot, and that's just one side of the map. That's one, not even one side, that's one portion of the map. You could go farther than that little area, and then there's even more. So a lot of these maps have terrible fucking designs, especially for the way this game plays. Like, if it's meant to be played slow, then why are there so many angles like we're meant to be running around? It doesn't make sense. And that's why I think whoever play tested this if the devs played their own game, they must be fucking dog shit at their own game. If they thought, oh, you know what, this is enjoyable. I think this would be good for competitive and for people that are average at the game. Like if they were even remotely good at the game, they would have immediately found out that, oh, these maps are bad. Like this does not flow good. The embassy map, that's garbage. Embassy map is terrible. The hydroelectric map is garbage. Greenberg Hotel is alright, but it plays weird to me. Because you're kind of like playing, you're going forwards and then like half the map is sideways. I don't know, it's really weird. Like the angles, I mean. I don't like that there's 3 lanes on each of these maps too. Like, why do you have to have 3 lanes on each map? It doesn't make sense. You don't need 3 lanes in this game. Like, we don't need 3. That's something that Black Ops does, right? So leave it to the pros to do that. We don't need 3-lane maps with IW. They failed over and over and over. To me, it seems like these maps are made by Sledgehammer. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Like, it feels like I'm playing Vanguard again. Like the hotel map. You remember that map in Vanguard? That shit was that shit was garbage. Like, you could get shot from every single angle. I couldn't imagine having to play that one over and over again. Thank God they didn't do the 2-year cycle last year. Because, oh my gosh, another year of that, I'd probably break my own neck. But yeah, so I wanted to showcase this gameplay on this garbage ass map, Greenberg Hotel, to explain that crossplay is going to be the savior of your experience in this game. Like, it's going to save you from losing your hair, from pulling out your hair, whatever you do when you get stressed, smoking, drinking. It's gonna stop you from all that. This might stop your addictions, right? Because this game is so stressful with crossplay on. When you turn it off, it's still like, I still have to try hard sometimes. I think in one of these matches I had to try super hard, but for the most part I didn't have to like sweat, like, right? My hands, I didn't have to apply a thick lathery layer of fucking gamer grip across my hands just to make sure I don't slide anywhere, right? And that's usually what I gotta do when I play against PC players. So I think if they give us the option to do that, to turn off crossplay, if they just tone the fucking SBMM down, like if they do that, everyone would be able to enjoy this, right? And then also the fact that we have the option to turn it off, I think it should just be like, no, like there's no option. It should just be the fact that we play with console players only or controller players. So even on PC, that's the thing. That's what they should do. Controller versus keyboard and mouse. So if you're playing on keyboard and mouse, you get put into pools with keyboard and mouse players. That doesn't matter if you're, or it doesn't matter if you're on Xbox, PS4, PC, but if you're using a keyboard and mouse, you get put into a keyboard and mouse lobby. If you're using a controller, be it on console, PC, whatever, then you get put into a console lobby. If you somehow, like if you're on PC and somehow you use a controller, and then once you get into the match full of controller players, you try to get an advantage and switch and turn off your controller and switch to the keyboard, they could easily make a setting where it says please connect your controller, just like they do when you don't have a controller turned on console. And that way, even if they try to use a keyboard and mouse, these PC players or whoever, after they get into a all controller match, they won't have the ability to. I mean, they'll have to plug in their controller just to leave the game at that point, because it will give them a prompt saying please reconnect your controller. So yeah, skill-based matchmaking, crossplay are like the 2 biggest things that are ruining my experience. Other than that, the gameplay is great. Like, I'm having actually way more fun on this game than I had on Cold War and Vanguard. But you guys may or may not know that I loved MW 2019. I mean, I loved it to death. I think it looked better than this one a lot. Skill-based matchmaking was thick in that one as well, but I loved the game. So the same goes here. Like, I just love the way the guns feel, the guns play. I love that modern setting, but I love the realistic tone to it. I just wish they would balance it a little bit more so it's more enjoyable for the average or casual player like myself. And apparently I'm like a CDL player these days. You can't put me into the same category as y'all no more. Like, nah, the lobbies I've been getting make me a fucking pro CDL player. Like, I could go against Scump at this point. Any of them, Hutch, whoever, I could go against them. Nah, but in all seriousness, I think they should give us the option to do that. Console versus PC. Not versus, but console and PC lobbies. Maybe make it so there's servers, you know what I mean? Not just based on your connection, but there's actual dedicated servers, so you don't have to implement SBMM in the first place. I don't know, these are a few ideas from a guy that's never designed a game in his life. But who do I know? I've only been playing the game for 12 years now. So, if you guys enjoyed this, be sure to leave a like down below. Consider a subscription for more Modern Warfare 2 content. I'll be back tomorrow with a discussion on SBMM. We talked about crossplay today. We're going to be talking about SBMM, and then we'll be talking about reverse boosting here soon as well, because I want to talk about all three of the topics more in depth, or just give my more kind of full opinion on it. In this video I was talking about crossplay, so of course I couldn't talk about those things in depth, or not in depth like I'm explaining them, but you know, just articulate them more than I would have. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.